we were elated that you joined us. Everybody was geeked to have you there. So thank you so much for coming.
I was honored to be there because that was, and I said it in a post this morning, I've been to a lot of races.
Yeah.
You know, that was was the most well-organized start, finish, just environment that I've ever been part of.
It's such a fun group. Everybody was in a great mood.
Oh, it was unreal. But then you had this crazy variety that you wouldn't normally get at a normal race.
Yeah.
You know, because you had Jelly Roll there, who's this phenom. Had you guys there that people have been following you along on your fitness journeys.
Yeah, sure.
And so that has inspired so many people. So it was like this, it was just this weird, I don't know. It was,
and then you there, and I'm sorry, your friend, I just forgot her name. Kat was there.
Yeah, Kat Bradley.
Who was awesome.
Yeah, she's a stud.
She was having...
It's creepy when I meet her and she introduces herself. I go, I follow you on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what? And I go, I follow a lot of ultra marathoners. And she's like, why? And I went, never mind.
No, she was awesome.
Yeah. What I always say about those girls, because I really love training with Kat, Courtney, Sally McRae. I don't know if you guys know her.
Yeah, I know Sally.
She's Yellow Runner.
Yeah.
Those girls, it's weird because guys, we have these egos. We always want to talk about we're badasses or like show that we're tough. They are so fucking tough, but they trick you because they're so cool, chill. Because like ultra runner girls are kind of free, not hippies, but kind of free spirit.
Yeah.
But then just complete savages when it comes to like running in the mountains. And you're like, a guy, he will want to break you and know that, and you know that that's kind of the deal with men.
Yeah, I'm better than you. Yeah.
It's a test. It's always a test. It's
I broke a bunch of men yesterday.
Right, exactly.
It's fun when you pass someone and then they go, wait, you're passing me?
Yeah.
I love it. It's a good feeling.
You know what that's called? Goggins calls that?
What's that?
Taking souls. You took souls yesterday.
I took a bunch of souls on that back fucking last mile. I was fucking flying.
Were you?
I was flying. I was doing like around an 8-minute mile on the down, because it's downhill.
Yeah.
And I know my stride and I know my pace. And I was like, and I did 11 the first mile and then 10-ish at the side. All I know is I was at 15 at the halfway point. Girl fell down, blew out her knee. And so I sat with her for 3 minutes.
Holy
and
shit.
I was like, you're fucking up my time. She was like, thank you for sitting with me. I was like, no, yeah.
Taylor was a guy filming for me, and he goes, you had music playing, right? And I go, yeah, I had earbuds. He goes, yeah, you ran past Jelly Roll, and he was like, Tom, I want to finish with you. And he goes, Tom. And he goes,
it kind of bothered Jelly a little bit.
I didn't hear anything.
You took this race so fucking serious.
Well, here's the thing, man. Okay, so my sister signed me up for a turkey trot Thanksgiving Day when I was for Florida. So I had no idea really how to prepare. And there's actually great apps that are like, oh, you want to do your first, so
couch to 5K.
Yeah, it's a 5K thing. And it was like, it starts you off like, hey, run for a minute and then walk for 8. And you're like, what? But then when you start doing week by week, it really does change. Well, I'm doing it. It's a 10-week program. 7 weeks out, I break my big toe, right? And basically, when you break a big toe, they just go, it'll heal in 4 to 6 weeks. You can't run on it. You just got to so, the first few weeks, I wore a boot for a few days, and then you're just kind of walking and you're easing into it. So I heal up like a week before. I get in a few runs, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing it Thanksgiving Day. And I do it. My only goal on Thanksgiving Day was like, just don't stop, right? Like just.
Was it a 5K?
It was a 5K.
Yeah.
It's a good goal.
Just try to
it's a really good goal.
I go, just don't walk.
Don't walk. That's a really good goal.
I just want to run. And I was trying to keep my pace up, and I was just, I was running with this group, and I ran it in 32 and change. And I was like, well, and then my other goal was just to beat my best friend from high school who was like, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, no, you're not. Right? Like we were just talking
Wasn't he dying from cancer?
That was a few years ago. So
I just want to beat this cancer patient.
Yeah, listen, he's fine. He's deaf now, but he's fine. So I beat him, and I was like, I made him give me the money in front of people. I tried to humiliate him, and then just being a friend. So my goal coming up to this one was like, I just want to beat my Thanksgiving
32.
Day time.
Yeah,
and I mean, look, this was like, we had a lot of time to do it. It was, race day and everything.
He took this very serious.
Well, I
worked with Zach Bitter.
Zach was telling me, I don't remember if I got to tell you this, that I was really fascinated that to really get your heart rate or your cardio better, what everyone tells you, Zach, and like if you read the running articles, it's all about like zone 2 training.
Yeah.
But when your cardio isn't great,
you're in like zone 8.
Bro, and the thing is, so what would happen is I go, well, I could run, let's say, I feel like I could run a casual in my mind, right? Like 10, 11 minute mile. But what I don't realize is when I'm doing that, my heart rate is in zone 5. And like, so then I go, well, how do I run zone 2? Well, I realize I got to be running like a 13 minute slow. Mm-hmm. And they're like, that's what you got to do. And you got to do it over time. Mm-hmm. And then over time, your zone 2 will take place at a lower speed or a faster speed, right? So a lower pace. And as I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Cause it's really shitty feeling to be like, I'm running this slow ass mile. So anyways, I'm doing some outdoor running, but we're traveling all the time. And sometimes we're not in ideal weather places or whatever. So I'm doing treadmill too, which is
different.
It's different. You figure out later that like, I mean, for me, I go like, oh, this is easier. Like once you go like this.
Well,
you
don't have to propel yourself.
Right.
You just go up and then it goes like this.
It works a different set of muscles, actually. Yeah. I found that out the hard way.
Yeah.
But I only ran treadmill. Mm-hmm. I only ran treadmill. And then I'd go out to do a race and I'd be like, oh, fuck. All I've been doing really is catching myself.
Lifting your foot up.
Catching myself. So it's all the front muscles. All my back muscles, the ones that would propel me, were underdeveloped.
I found myself, so race starts. And first of all, having, 10:45 start. I'm like, man, it's fucking hot. Sun was out. Also, anxiety is building because you have like all this time going by. You're like, come on, let's go.
I put up that clip and people are noticing like you were so serious, like in the back, because Travis Barker was there, me and Truett, and you were right there too. And like he's checking his watch, getting the head like.
Well, somebody came up, some press person came up to me and they're like, I go, get the fuck out of here.
So I'm in a zone.
I was trying to focus. But I also found, man, like a couple minutes into the race, I was like, man, this is way harder.
That uphill.
Really?
The uphill was like, that was a struggle for me, man.
It was, started off uphill slightly and then that little jog we had to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So that part, I was like, we come back down, but I was like, I wasn't even looking, but I just knew, I was like, man, my heart rate is fucking up.
You never looked at it?
I didn't look at it.
Truett's got to 194. I don't know what your guys' get to, but because he was pushing hard, but 194, it's like, that's red line.
Yeah, that's redlining it for sure. No,
I love getting my heart rate up there. It makes me know I'm not going to die. We do a thing. I stole it.
Cardiologists might disagree.
Lance Armstrong. It's an acid bath where you get on the
assault
bike for a minute, as many calories as you can do. And when you're done, you're going,
That's how I felt at the finish line, by the way. So
that's how I did too. People were like, Cam, and they wanted a picture. I'm just like, give me I always thought I was going to freaking pass out.
There was a lady on the approach to the finish line who came up to me with a mic, and I was like, like I just made a gasp. I was like, you crazy?
My dad's a legit. His whole life was a legit runner, like you. Really, honestly, marathons. If I call my dad on the phone right now, he can still give you exact times, it splits. Like he remembers all of it. He told me yesterday. He goes, my fastest 5K was like 16 minutes, 17 minutes.
It's good.
And so
that's fantastic.
That's running.
Yeah. Oh, my dad was run marathons in, low 3 hour, and so he would run 6-minute miles for running a marathon.
It's pretty good. So that's under 3.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad was like legit. It's all he did. Mm-hmm. I don't know what he was running from.
Yeah.
Everyone's running from something. His
kids. He's like so much regret.
Cam, I used to have to go out to those fucking marathons and be his pace guy with my uncle.
Yeah.
So like we'd go out, we'd have water for him and everything and have snacks for him and we'd meet him at places. So I spent my whole childhood going to fucking marathons.
Yeah.
And so never ran one. We'd all run turkey trots when we were kids. Mm-hmm. But my dad was laughing so hysterically at Tom because he's like, I go, his trainer is going to pace him. And he was like, it's a 5K. And he was like, what's he pacing? He was trying to break 30 minutes. 30 minutes,
yeah.
And my dad goes, hold on. He can't run a 10-minute mile by himself? And I said, well, he doesn't run. Like if you run, when you run, there's something also that happens is that those first miles are hard, but the last ones are like, let's get it fucking over.
Yeah.
And that's where you push yourself.
You know, that's called, it's like with horses, it says they're barn sour. So they go away from the barn slow. You turn around, the horse knows, oh, we're going back to the barn. It's like double time.
Yeah.
So you get a little barn soured in a race where when you're heading home, it's on.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.